Hi everyone and welcome to another tag. This week is definitely tag week, but I'm really happy to do so many tags as I said before. And this time it's the Booktube About Me tag, and that was tagged by A Journey Through Books, and this tag was originally created by Harriet Rosie. So I will link both the videos down below as well as the questions. So I have the questions down below as always. Question 1, what do you do, like job-wise or school study-wise? As I mentioned a couple of times now, I'm sorry, but it's really exciting for me. I study German language and literature studies as well as philosophy at the University of Zurich. I will start my second semester in February, and I can't believe it's already my second semester. The first semester flew by and I'm really loving it. I got the news that I passed all my finals for last semester, which is also really exciting, and I'm glad I did that. Yeah, so I studied German language and literature studies as well as philosophy. The second question, what is your favorite channel on social media? I am obsessed with Twitter. I am a massive Twitter user. I tweet a lot. If I don't tweet, you know something is not right, or I'm taking a break from social media, or I'm sick and I can't tweet. But even when I'm sick, I just go to Twitter and tweet along and spread out my misery on there. I am really obsessed with Twitter quite a bit. Obviously YouTube, but besides this platform, definitely Twitter. I am obsessed with my account, I guess, or with tweeting on my account. Yeah, not so much actually following others, because it's quite hard to keep up in my opinion, but I do enjoy certain tweets from people if I see them, but I think it's quite hard to keep up with everything. But for using it, it's definitely Twitter. For watching other people, probably Instagram, just because I like to look at pictures from people. It sounds really weird and creepy, but yeah. But for me personally to use, definitely Twitter. And this answer got way too long for a simple question, but yeah, Twitter. I will link my Twitter handle down below. The third question is, if you had a second channel, what would it be about? I had to think quite a bit about this question, because the main focus of my being is literature. So this channel is quite a good representation of what I am, or who I am. And I try to, as I said, put other interests into this channel as well, with trying to put them all into a connection with books. So for example, art or philosophy. So it would be quite difficult if I had to choose another channel. I do really enjoy makeup and stuff, but that's more a personal thing, and I'm not really I don't think I'm that good if I for a beauty channel, and I'm not really a fan of this community. Makeup is just something I do for myself. But then I thought maybe a discussion or a politically based channel for discussing topics, maybe pairing it up with philosophy. I don't know. I think I already do so many things I enjoy, and I can link them to books on this channel, so it would be difficult for me to choose another another way of doing another channel with a topic that is different enough from this channel, or is something completely different from what I do here, because actually you can always link my other interests to books, so I can already do them here. You can tell this is going to be a very rambly video, I'm sorry, but I think it's quite interesting to get rambly answers for those questions instead of just like short answers. Yeah, but it would be quite difficult for me to come up with another channel, so I am quite happy with one channel at the moment. Maybe something will come up in the future, and maybe no, this will not happen. I will not make another channel. I don't think so. But if I had to, yeah, maybe a discussion based channel. I don't know. I'm glad I don't have to. The fourth question: do you play any instruments? And this is quite a quick answer. I don't. As a kid, I wanted to play the violin as well as the piano, but never did, because no, I don't know why I didn't. I think it's because I did ballet as from 4 years old to 14. Was it 14? Maybe 13. I did ballet, and this was very time consuming. So I guess it's because of that I didn't start another hobby. But yeah, I would like to, but on the other hand, I think I'm so not good with like reading those like music stuff things, music notes. I'm really bad at that. So I don't think I would be that good in it, and I'm terrible with singing. I like to sing in the shower and like walking around my house or in my house or stuff like that, but it's terrible. It's really not good. And for a while I thought I have a really good voice, and I practice songs and I performed them here in my house, and I'm really sorry, Mom, if you're watching this. I'm sorry you had to go through all of this terrible singing. Yeah, and terrible cooking as well. I always made the worst like recipes and made them up, and it tasted horrible, and my grandma and mom had to try them and eat them, and I'm really sorry. Like, yeah, once I cooked like orange juice and put like a ton of cinnamon in there, and it tasted horrible, and the cinnamon was like flowing above the hot orange juice, and it must have tasted horrible, and I drank it, and I'm really proud of you. But yeah, I got off track, I'm sorry. But it's about me, so there you go. What hobbies do you have other than reading is question 5. Well, no, seriously now. I like the main big one besides reading is probably writing. So yeah, I write. I mainly write flash fiction and poetry, but I also enjoy to write non-fiction, which means essays and stuff. So yeah, writing. I enjoy culture in general. I would like to work in the culture business sometime. I enjoy art, as you know now. Very interested in history and psychology, so museums are a big interest of mine. Yeah, that's kind of it. I also like to go for walks sometimes. I'm really boring. Like, my life mainly consists of reading and writing, so yeah. Again, as a child I danced ballet. I can no longer do that because of my knee. I do enjoy to do some fitness from time to time. Yeah, Booktube is another hobby. Yeah. Let's move on, okay? Ooh. Question 6. What are your favorite TV shows? Yeah, so all-time favorites have to be Full House or now Fuller House. They do a Netflix original sequel to Full House, which is called Fuller House and focuses on the three girls DJ, Steph, and Kimmy. So yeah, it's quite fun. And another one is Gilmore Girls, which there was a sequel as well on Netflix, and I hope there will be another series or season, because there was a cliffhanger, and it was a massive cliffhanger, and it pissed me off because no. It was no. I like the series, I really like it, but that ending was no. And my one big love is Sex and the City. It could also be my guilty pleasure, I don't care, but I always wanted to be, I secretly watched Sex and the City as a teen, secretly, because I thought, well, it said Sex and the City, and it was basically about Sex and the City, which means sex and shopping and dating and those things, and I thought I had to do that secretly, but then it turned out my mom was totally fine with that, and I should have known that because I was raised really open, and we talked about all the things. So I should have known that I should not have watched it secretly, but I did anyway. So yeah, those 3 series are all-time favorites. And recently, in the last couple of years, I also, going back to Sex and the City, I'm the type of person who wants to be Carrie, partly because she writes, and partly because she is married, spoiler, to Mr. Big, and yeah, this will be a topic for another time. Maybe I will actually do a series on Sex and the City, maybe once I've read the book, because I have not read the book yet, because I've heard it's horrible and it's not as good as the series, so there's that. But maybe after I watched or after I read the book, I will watch the whole series again, and I will do a series discussing the things in there. Maybe if this is something you would like to see, I don't know. It could be quite interesting actually, because I think a lot of people think, oh well, it's Sex and the City, and yeah, not much is behind that, but I think there are quite some interesting things to discuss about. Also things that are or went horribly wrong in the series and are really weird. So I would love to discuss that if that's something some of you are interested in. Again, I will probably do it anyway, because I'm doing what I want to. I'm always asking, would you be interested in that? And the moment I ask the question, I already know I will do it anyway. So yeah, but again, going back, recently in the last couple of years, I've been really into crime series. I have mainly watched German crime series, for example Bella Block, which is a crime series focused on a female investigator, and she's a very great character, and she's really interesting, and I mainly watch it because of her and her character. And I also really love I have a biography by the actress who plays Bella Block, and it's can you see? Wait, I have to focus. Okay, Hannelore Håkar, and I really like her as an actress. So, and the character is also really, really great, and the cases they have to solve, her and her team, are really heart-wrenching and really criticizing some social constructs and current events going on, as well as So Galactic, which is also like they build a team and they investigate. It's like a police-based series, and it's also quite interesting. Lately, there's a new season going on currently. I've not really enjoyed the current season, unfortunately, but yeah, I still watch it. The last two episodes were quite interesting again, so let's hope it will get better. Then a recent favorite is actually a Swiss production, and it's Wilder. And I'm obsessed. There's only one season, but I ordered the DVD so I can watch it again and again because I'm so obsessed. It's so good. It's the story basically of this small Swiss town in the mountains, and there's a secret of the past because there was like a mountain came down and there was a massive accident and it killed a lot of children from this town, and it tells the story of the past. And then a famous artist who grew up in this town is killed, and there is going to be built a wellness resort in this town to like give it more attention. And the Egyptian investor comes to this town, and his daughter is somehow kidnapped or like murdered. You don't really know what is happening in the beginning, so it's the story of those it's a story linking what happened in the past with the children and the mountain coming down, as well as the murder of this artist, as well as the like daughter of this Egyptian investor go missing. It's really interesting, and it's really like character focused, and I really love it, and I'm obsessed. And let's hope there's a season 2, really. Then question 7 is, what got you into reading? And well, I mean, it's such a cliche answer, but I always read, and once I didn't read, I was read to by my parents or by my mom. So always there were always books in my life. So I don't remember a time I didn't read. So like my parents got me into reading, I guess. Quick answer for that. Then what are your favorite and least favorite genres? Favorite, I have to say literary fiction as well as classics, alongside poetry and non-fiction. And least favorite, I guess, new adult. I have not read a lot of it, but it's just like I read quite a few genres, but new adult is not a genre that appeals to me and I would like to read more or anything. It's just no, I'm not interested in those type of stories. If you are, that's fine. It's not my taste. Question 9. What books define your childhood? I made somehow a group of that, like Mini Nugget Me. Really enjoyed the Moments, the books as well as the TV series. The Marsupilami comics. Not sure if you are familiar with Marsupilami, but I loved it. And obviously Heidi. It was my favorite book as a child. Then I got into the Lola series by Isabel Abedi. I don't think it's translated into English, but it's basically just about this girl called Lola and the story of her life. Then the Georgia Nicholson series as well as the Alice series. I will link those below. Maybe I will do a series based on the Alice series by Phyllis Reynolds, I guess it's her name. I don't know. I have it actually over there, but I don't want to stand up and get it. But yeah, I will or I want to do a video based on some of my childhood favorites, and Alice is one that is translated or originally written in English, so I thought I could like do something with that and see how it appeals to me now and what I can take from it now as an adult, if I am one. 10. What are some interesting facts about you? As you might can tell by answering the questions about my hobbies, I don't really claim to be an interesting person, but I've came up with some things. Again, like I was a terrible cook as a child, so there's that as well. And I made people around me suffer. And one thing that might be also interesting from my childhood is that I watched the birds when I was 5, and that might explain a lot of my personality. I saw it and it didn't really shock me. It was like, I think it was Christmas or some like festive thing, like a party at our house. So I went upstairs because also back then I was terrible at socializing and I hated it. So I went upstairs and turned on the TV and like went through all the programs, and then I stopped and saw the birds and found it really interesting. So I watched it, then my uncle came upstairs and looked what I was doing and went down and said, oh, she's just watching a film. And then my cousin came upstairs and she came upstairs in that scene where like the main protagonist is picked upon by the birds on the head and stuff, and there was blood and things, and she screamed from above like, are you kidding me, she's watching the birds. So there's that, and that might explain a lot. And also I am like weirdly obsessed for a 22 year old, or like soon to be. My birthday is on the 9th of February, so please remember and send me presents. No, please don't. I hate getting presents, so don't even think about it. I'm weirdly obsessed for a 22-year-old with owls, unicorns, sloths, and flamingos. You will see like there are owls there. Here is like the Mad Hatter. Owls there. Owls. Like if you say them like too many times, it gets weird. I'm obsessed with those, like owls, sloths, flamingos, and unicorns. I'm weirdly obsessed with that. Here are some unicorns, like this one. It's from like Despicable Me, is that what it's called? Also, I got that one for like my advent calendar. So yeah, I'm obsessed with unicorns. Hello. That's weird for a 22-year-old. So there's that. I'm also obsessed with gardens, like botanic gardens or Chinese gardens, or like gardens in general. I'm also very lucky to have grown up with a beautiful garden, and it's still out there. Maybe I will, like in the summer, show you some bits of our garden if that's something you would be interested in. I think a lot of people are really fascinated by gardens. I heard that Jennifer Brooks also mentioned that she did some gardening. So I think you would be interested in maybe me showing you some parts of our garden. So there's that. And also about our house, maybe an interesting fact or maybe not. I live in an old school, which is quite fascinating, and not a lot of people know it, and even in our town not a lot of people know it. And my mom is really like, she always thinks they have to know because it's something special. And I also think that because it's quite interesting, and you can tell from the rooms sometimes that it was an old school. So yeah, there's that. No ghosts of like children that died during school in here. I hope. Not that I know of. So on to people I tag. I realized going through my subscription box that quite a few people already did this tag. So I went with some, I actually have quite a few people here, but I went with like different people as well who I didn't really tag before, because I think, yeah, spreading the love. So the first person I tag is basically Britt. I really enjoy her channel, and I think her answers would be really interesting to see. Then I tag Bonnie because I love Bonnie's channel, and I think her conversations on Twitter with Whitney are always funny, and I love her Snapchat, and I think it would be great to interact more, so I will tag her. Then my friend Britt, which makes two Brits in a tag, so I tag you as well because I want you to make more videos, and here's a video idea, so consider yourself tagged by me. Then my friend Nash, because I also want her to make more videos, and she's been so supportive with my new channel and yeah, with everything. Yes, so I tag her. Then I tag Perpetual Pages, Adriana at Perpetual Pages, because I really enjoy her content, and it's quite different from like maybe the corner of Booktube I'm considered to be in, so I really like her, and I tag you, Adriana. And then the Hags, Rebecca and Sarah from the Hags, because I adore their channel and they are always really funny when they do tags, so I will tag you too. And then Secondhand Shan, I also really like her channel, and she's a really nice person, and I would like to see her answers as well. And this tag was way longer now than I thought it would be, so yeah, I'm sorry, but not really. I hope it was interesting. I hope the people I tagged didn't already do the tag. I checked and didn't really see it, so I don't think you did. Therefore, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!